Breakfast
with Phil Upton.
Every Thursday morning, around this time, Stratford-upon-Avon movie critic James Luxford joins us for their good, bad and on-demand movie picks for Coventry and Warwickshire watching over the weekend. Morning, James.
Good morning.
You got an advent calendar on the go there? Anything this morning?
Yes, we have.
Oh, yeah.
My wife's quite a space enthusiast, and following all the new lunar missions and things like that. So we've got a science museum calendar. I don't know if there's any chocolate in it. I might be stealing that. But,
so have you opened door number one yet? Do we know what's in it, or?
I'm not sure yet. I'm promised there will be space facts, which will be very thrilling to have.
Okay. I never knew they did a space advent calendar. If nothing else, it was good having you on for that, James. James has a good movie, something that they think that we should definitely be watching. A bad, something they think we should give a really wide berth to, and an on-demand pick, something we can all be watching in our homes on streaming services. So let's start with the good, please, James.
My good this week is Matilda the Musical, out now. It's a musical adaptation of the Roald Dahl novel about a schoolgirl who develops special powers to fight back against a cruel headmistress.
This school is full of rebels.
You!
What is your name?
Matilda Wormwood.
We are revolting children living revolting times. We sing revolting songs. We sing revolting rhymes. We'll be revolting children. Tell our revolting song. It is too early for you. We are revolting.
So it's a musical, this?
Yes, and one that has its heart very much in the Midlands. It was developed by the RSC up here in Stratford, and is still going on as a very successful stage musical here on Broadway and all around the world. And now it's a movie, and it's terrific stuff. I really love the stage version, and it's an interesting adaptation of that, really quite faithful to both the sort of surreal nature of the Roald Dahl stories and the sort of playful nature of the musical. And great cast, but Emma Thompson stands out as always, playing the fearsome Miss Trunchbull, who you heard just then. I think this is a great idea for a family trip to the cinema. I think it's going to be something everyone in the family is going to enjoy.
Matilda, the musical, out now in cinemas across Coventry and Warwickshire. That's the good. What's the bad?
My bad this week is The Infernal Machine in cinemas Friday. It's a thriller where Guy Pearce plays a reclusive author who is drawn out of hiding by an obsessed fan.
This is a message for William DeKent. This is Bruce Coburn.
Mr. DeKent.
Mr. DeKent?
I'm calling in response to the letters I've received from you. I'm not sure how you found me,
But your letters constitute harassment, so please stop sending them.
You're that writer of The Infernal Machine. I remember them pulling it off the shelves because of a shooter from Knoxville.
He's the reason I never wrote a second book.
The right combination of words will make a man do just about anything.
Sounds like a real gripping thriller, that, but obviously didn't work for you.
Yes, I think it started out very well, had a kind of sort of parallels with things like J.D. Salinger and Catcher in the Rye, which have, of course, had its own connection to a shooting. But I think sort of unraveled as the movie goes on, and that's disappointing because I'm a big fan of Guy Pearce. I really love him from movies like Memento, LA Confidential in the beginning of his career, but the story just doesn't hold up no matter how much he sort of tries to put a lot of emotion in between the lines. The script just doesn't really help him, and one of those mysteries that runs around in circles but doesn't really come up with a satisfying conclusion. So a bit of a shame.
Okay. The Infernal Machine is in cinemas from tomorrow in Coventry and Warwickshire. It brings us to your on-demand pick, something we can be watching from our streaming services at home. What we got?
My on-demand pick this week is on iPlayer, and it's After Love. It's a BAFTA-winning drama starring Joanna Scanlon as a widow who finds out her late husband has a family secret.
Did you convert when you married?
Yes.
How do you feel about wearing it?
How do I feel? I don't. I've worn it longer than I haven't.
Must have been hard to take all that on.
Back then, I did something for my husband that no one else could.
So effectively, she, from what the little bit I know about, having sort of seen a little clip of this on the iPlayer, is that she's an English woman who converts to Islam to marry the man she loves. Am I right in saying?
Yeah, she has done, yes.
Right,
And
okay.
unfortunately, that man has passed away.
Right.
And she discovers a alarming secret about his past once he is passed on. And the mystery sort of unfolds from there, and I think it's just a very brilliant, touching drama about the sort of complicated emotions around grief, around love, and you might recognise Joanna Scanlon from TV shows like The Thick of It and No Offence, but she's brilliant here in a very dramatic role. You normally see her as sort of a comedic actor, and I think she gave everything here as someone dealing with just really unthinkable situations, and she deservedly won a BAFTA for it against sort of very high-profile opposition. And the movie itself is quite a small release. It wasn't that well known to the wider cinema audience, but I think it's definitely worth checking out.
Good stuff. James, really appreciate it. Thanks very much. Best of luck with the Advent calendar. And hope it brings all you wish in terms of space surprises. James Luxford, our movie critic from Stratford upon Avon, and their recommendations for movie watching this weekend. Hello, Paul from Bouncing Beans.